So good evening, everybody. Welcome. This is our, what is this? Our 5th year of Cantori. And those of you who've been coming for a while know what to expect. First of all, if you could make sure your phones and your pagers are quiet or off, that would be great. So one thing, I've got my notes, because if I don't write notes, I'll forget what I'm saying and I'll just blather. I'll blather anyway, but I need to say, though, before I get started, the hardest thing I do all year is not teaching them to read music, is not getting them to sing beautifully together, because they do really well with that and they help me out. The hardest thing I do is to write these scripts, to explain what I'm doing, so be sympathetic. Okay, so what makes this group different from all the others? This is like Passover for choirs here. Okay, what makes it different is my insistence on reading and understanding how to decipher what is on the page. Children's choirs all encourage beautiful singing, but we also encourage that they need to learn how to become independent musicians. Teaching children to read music as singers is, as you've heard me say many times, it's a very different process than teaching an instrumentalist. With an instrumentalist, it can be a very much mechanical thing. You see a certain note and you play a certain fingering. With a singer, they need to internalize what happens. And learning how to read music as a singer fosters independence that they won't have without it. And that's what this is about. It's about creating independent and really, solid young musicians who just happen to sing for their instrument. For me, as a performer and as a teacher, it comes down to the difference between giving somebody a fish so they can eat for a meal and teaching them how to fish so they can eat for the rest of their lives. What we do here is I am teaching these children how to fish, I'd like to think. So let me see. Teaching by rote is easier in the beginning. Children, and if there isn't anything dysfunctional in the hearing or in the cognitive ability, it's very easy for any human being to mimic what they hear. For example, do, 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 which is great. They can do that. And we can teach songs very quickly using that, but we can't teach really detailed songs. We can't teach things with lots of parts. We can't teach things that migrate to different keys. So what I do with truly beginning students is based on this sort of thing, because by hearing these notes and repeating them and putting them within the structure of tonality, which means using do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, using the hand signs, they're able to start to order what they hear, and that is the first step to being able to read it off the page. So I am so bad at this. They'll sing soon, I promise. Okay, we don't expect children to learn to read or even to talk if we were never to speak with them. So the biggest thing to get children reading music is to sing with them. When we have a baby, we talk to them, we play patty cake, we read them stories, we tell them what we're seeing. Oh, look at the picture, look at the clock. Can you see the clock, see the hands? And all of that sort of stuff. These activities help them to pattern their brains for learning spoken language and later to learn written language. So reading music without an instrument requires that kind of consistency, practice, and patience, the same kind that learning language does. For beginning singers, learning to really hear what's coming out of one's mouth can be a very gradual process. Using music that has clearly defined parameters makes this happen sooner. So what does that mean? It means I use tonal music. I use music that has a tonic so that they can hear where home base is. What are our two tonics that we might have? Who would like to tell me? Rory, give me one. Do. What's the other one? Anybody? Fiona? La. Okay, what is the difference between having do for a tonal center and having la for a tonal center? Somebody besides you two. Dylan.
Like major and minor.
Major and minor. Which is which, Claire?
La is minor and do is major.
La is minor and do is major. So just, they start to make these patterns and hear them. So I use tonal music, I use regular rhythms. What are the tools that we use in order to write rhythms? who would like to tell our guests this evening what's one of our tools we use for doing rhythms? Go ahead, Eric. What? Ta. We use rhythmic syllables, like we've got the do, mi, so, do. We've got those for the tonal stuff, but we also have rhythmic syllables, like ta. And ta is how many sounds on a beat? Maxie? One sound, and we represent it with shorthand notation like that. What if I broke it down into two sounds in the beat? What would it be, please? Let's see, who haven't I tortured? Reedy. Ta-di. So that would be two sounds on a beat. And how do I know? Why can't I write it like that? Why would I not write two things? Because it's two sounds, right? Why, Rory?
If you did that, it would be ta-ta.
It would be ta-ta. What makes it faster? What is the defining factor, Chloe?
The flag.
The flag makes it faster. So flags make notes faster. Yay. Okay, so we got, I forgot my thing. All right, here we go. Use a tissue. So now, what else have we got? We got ta, we've got tadi. We're talking about one beat. What else could I have? Give me one of them, Leo. Takadimi, which has how many sounds in the beat? Four. All right, and we can combine these. How am I going to make that a takadimi, though? What else do I have to do? Go ahead. I need another flag. All right, so these are all symbolic things that they have started to organize in their brains. And what else do I need now? Let's see. Well, I can tie a couple of those up. I could use dots. Give me another one that we might use in one beat. Takadi. Okay, so that would be, where would I put the flag? That's three sounds.
On the left side.
On the left side, that's exactly right, because that's like D and me tied together. What else, Fiona? Tadimi.
And flag on the right side.
Flag on the right. Okay, what if I were to dot something? What would it be, Dylan?
Tommy.
Tommy. Okay. They're going to need these in a minute, so I'm making a vocabulary list. Do we have anything else? What if I combine a couple of heartbeats or a couple of beats? Like, what would it be? Go ahead. Ta-di. I could. I'm not going to be using that, though, so I'm not going to put it up here. Just a simple one would be ta-a. And how do we make a note longer? Who haven't I tortured yet? Has everybody had a turn? Go ahead, Claire.
You add a dot on the right side.
That would be one way. What's another way I can make a note longer? Clue's up here. There's a clue there. I already put it up. What can I do? I want to open up the note. That's kind of a rum one I threw at you. All right, so this is pretty much what we need. There's one more we need for what I'm going to do to you in a minute. But, so good. We covered that. How do I keep track of these notes or these beats? What's a nice way of keeping them even? What's one of our tools that we use? Reedy, what do we call it? Do you remember? What do we call it, Maxie? Yeah, you're really close. What? Not quite. Lap metronome. Okay, so we have a lap metro. Okay, here we go. So let's just show them how we would count. Let's do 8 beats. We'll do 4 beats of ta, 2 beats of ta-di, and 2 beats of takadimi. You ready? Ready? Go.
Ta, 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 ta-di, ta-di, takadimi, takadimi.
So see, it's all very regular. you've got to teach what is easy to assimilate before you can teach what's hard to assimilate. I'm not going to give these guys Miles Davis this year. So let's see, what else do I have to tell you? All right, I think that's it. All right, are you guys ready for some dictation? Okay, I'm going to give you some rhythms. And I'm going to, they're 8 beats long. All right, and will you help me out by doing the lap metronome? And it's going to be a fast one. Watch me for 2 beats and then join me. 1, 2, ready, and. You ready? Here it goes. Ba, 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 ba. I'll do it again. Ba, 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 ba. One more time. Ba, 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 ba. Good. Can anybody tell me what the rhythm was? I'll do it again. Here we go. You don't have to do the lap metronome. I'll keep the beat here. Here we go. You ready? 1, 2, and da 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 da. That help? Okay, Dylan.
Ta, di, mi, ta, di, mi, ta.
Okay, let's see how that works out. Ta, di, mi. Ta, di, mi. Ta. So let's do what he said. Here we go. This is called Torment the Kid. Ready, go. Ta, di, ta, di, ta. Okay, so what happened? It wasn't quite right, was it? I forgot my eraser. Ugh. Okay, here we go. So let me do it one more time. Okay, and follow as I do the beats. Put your hands down. 1, 2, here I go. Da 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 da. Okay, who's feeling brave, Nason?
Ta, 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 ta.
Okay, say, and which one was Tommy?
The one with the dot.
The one with the dot. Let's see if he's right. Ta, ta, me, ta, ta, me. And then, how long did I hold that for? How long did I hold it for, Rory? 4 beats. Anybody remember, we don't do that. We don't do that note. What do I do?
Whole note, it's like, it's open circle.
It's an open circle. Here we go. All right. So now I'm going to do lines 2, 3, and 4. I'll do this one first, and I'll do 2, 3, and 4. And you guys need to tell me whether they sound different or the same, or what's different. I'm almost done, I promise. The good stuff's coming. Although I think this is the good stuff too. So here we go. 1, 2, here I go. Dum dum da dum dum da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da da. Okay. What did you notice about it, Eric? How many agree with him? Lines 1, 2, and 3 are the same. Let's see. And you're right. Good job. Now, did anybody hear what happened on the 4th line? You want me to do it again?
And there was a note for 3 beats, then ta and ta rest.
Good job. So she said there was a note for 3 beats, then a ta, then ta rest. So what is a note for 3 beats? Well, how do I make that, Fiona?
That's a line with a dot.
It's not just a line with a dot. What is it?
It's a half note with a dot.
It's a half note with a dot. So there we go, plus a ta, and then we had another one of those with a rest. All right, let's do it. Here we go. I'm not quite done with you yet. 1, 2, go now. And stop. I'm hearing ta di. Do ta di, please. Ready and go. Ta di, ta. Okay, good. What is that? ta, mi, ta, mi, ta. And here we go. Keep going. Great. Do you think we can add the notes, the pitches to this? Okay. What do you think might have? Well, I'll do it for you. Here's I need a G, do. Okay, so there's your do, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, fa, do, re, mi, re, do. Okay, so keep your do in your head. Here we go. 1, 2, here I go. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Okay, what did you notice about it? Before you even tell me what was specific, what did you notice about the song? Okay, go ahead, Rory.
For like line 1, 2, and 3, I thought each line kind of went up like a step of the tonic triad.
Okay, what is the tonic triad? Where was that do, kids? Sing me the tonic triad. I'm not going to show you the hand signs. Oh. Okay, good. So the first one started on do. Good. Let me write that in. So what if it starts with do? Do. What's it end with, Dylan?
Do.
It ends with do. What's it do in between? Who wants to be brave and give me the whole rest of it? You think you can do it, Claire? Go ahead, try it. You want to sing it? Me to sing it again?
Yeah.
Do, 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 do.
Do, do, do.
Yeah,
Another do.
yeah.
Neither do.
Mi, re, do. Good job. Here we go. Let's sing that together. Ready and go. Do, 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 mi, re, do. Good. Second line. Do, 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 do. Okay. Go ahead, Leo.
Me, so fun.
Good job. Okay, now me, so fa, mi. The third line, does anybody remember what happens on that? Because that one's different. Maxie?
I think it stays the same.
And what is it?
So.
It's just so, isn't it? Yes. Here we go. So. Then what happens on the last line? Who's got it in the inside of their ear? Who's got it there? Fiona, go. Low so, yes. And then what does it do? I can. Let me do. Go. And do. Okay, you guys ready? We will not do it that fast. What time am I at here? I don't want to torment you too long. If I were going to, God bless you, if I were going to transfer this over to this staff, what's the first thing you're going to ask yourself? Quickly, Mason.
Where is do?
Where is do? Where is do? Who can tell me? Read D.
The second line.
It's the second line. There's another do. Would we want to use it? Why not? We'd have to really scream our heads off, wouldn't we? And we can tell that by what? Where's the me? Do, 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 do. Who? Eric. What? Third line. Where's the Ray? Who hasn't? Chloe.
Second space.
Second space. And we're back to Do. And that's all we're going to do of this. I thought we might do more, but we're going to lose our audience. They're all going to fall asleep. So here we go. And this is taking months of work and compressing it into one night so you can get a sense of how this works. Have I lost the little guys yet? Are you still with me? All right, so here we go. Let's sing it with hand signs and solfege from the shorthand notation. Here we go, there's our Do. Ready and go. Do, 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 mi, re, do. Mi, 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 sol, fa, mi. Sol, 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 sol. Sol, sol, do. Okay, good. Quickly. Back row starts, front row follows. We'll just put it in two parts. 1, 2, and back row begin. Do, 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 mi, re, do. Front row and. Do, 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 sol, re, do. Sol, 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 sol. Sol, 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 sol. Go to the top. Is instant harmony. I love canons. All right. Good job, guys. Thank you. And how much of our warm-ups should we show our guests? None? They're like, nope, that's it. You've used up our patience. Would you like to sing? All right. Cripple Creek is first. One thing I have to say is that this has been a very interesting year because every note on this program that the children are singing, they learned with a combination of my setting up the pitches on a staff, and we're going through that, and then they went to, we do this thing called go to the corners. And they go and they giggle and they misbehave, but they also work on their music. And they learned all of the notes on this concert on their own, with just a little bit of prodding and yelling and pushing and rumbling. All right, you guys ready? Oh, I don't need this, do I?
Johnny's got a girl at the head of the creek. Goes after see her by the middle of the week. Just like an apple from a tree. Sweet as a guy you ever did see. Going up Cripple Creek, going in a rock. Going up Cripple Creek, have a little fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going in a whirl. Going up Cripple Creek to see his girl. Cripple Creek's wide and Cripple Creek's deep. He'll wake Cripple Creek before he sleeps. Rolls up his branches to his knees. He'll wake Cripple Creek whenever he please. Going up Cripple Creek, going in a road. Going up Cripple Creek to have a little fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going in a road. Going up Cripple Creek to see his girl. Right there he stops to rest. Thinks about the gal that he loves best. Picks him a watermelon fresh off the vine. Spitting them seeds sure do feel fine. Going up Cripple Creek, going around. Going up Cripple Creek to have a little fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going around. Going up Cripple Creek to see his girl. Going up Cripple Creek, going around. Going up Cripple Creek to have a little fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going around.
notice that the children are moving. Some of this is because I move them around on parts. It helps them to become more independent. It helps them to hear what's going on in other sections besides what they're used to singing in. So, okay, I need to, you guys can come over this way a little bit. The boys come this way, and the girls go that way a tiny bit, because there we go. There's that good-looking guy over there. All right. Cool.
Look in the eyes of the children. Feel the touch of their hands.
Normally I toss several things in foreign languages at them, but this time we were working on a Hungarian piece and it proved to require more time than we had available. However, this one is in French. And who would like to give the audience the gist of what is happening in this song? Who's feeling brave? Okay, go ahead, Fiona.
It's about a guy who is like following his wife because he's ugly and his wife is really pretty, so he's kind of afraid that she might, cheat on him. So it's like gossiping. It's a gossip song. It's a gossip.
Who's doing the gossiping? Who'd like to tell me who's doing the gossiping, Dylan?
There's a guy telling the story around like a well.
It's not a guy. Who is it?
It's the townsfolk.
It's the townfolk. So imagine we're in 16th century France. What is going on? Not a lot, right? So the best thing that's going on is this homely old guy whose wife is out there and he can't stand to let her out of his sight, so he follows her around. And that's what this is about, so have fun with it. Be gossipy. Okay, make sure I can see you through the window. Maxie, move to your right. Thank you, hon.
La la la, je ne l'ose dire. La la la, je le vous dirai. La la la, je le vous dirai. Il est un homme en ville qui de sa femme est jaloux. Il n'est pas jaloux sans cause, mais il n'est pas beau du tout. Et la la la, je ne l'ose dire. La la la, je le vous dirai. La la la, je le vous dirai. Il n'est pas jaloux sans cause, mais il n'est pas beau du tout. Il prête s'il l'amène au marché, s'en va à tout. Et la la la, je ne l'ose dire. La la la, je le vous dirai. La la la, je le vous dirai.
All right, sing out forever. I should tell you, if you don't know French, they're fighting about whether they should tell me. You got to have this image of the town gossipers coming up and saying, guess what I heard? Oh, I shouldn't tell you. I really shouldn't tell you. Okay, I'm going to tell you because you twisted my arm. So that's basically the gist. Je le vous dirai. I will tell you, by golly. All right. We have people doing group solos. And let's see, first solo, raise your hand. There we go. Second solo. And third solo. So there you are. You know who they all are. Okay.
Forever, come lift up your
And our last song is Michael Finnegan. What? Oh my gosh, I forgot one. Same key. If I don't do this, my life will be over. Here we go. There you belong. It's been an interesting year. You know, I'm not sure where I leave my brain half the time. All right, here we go. I kind of liked Michael Finnegan as a finale, but what are we going to do? Here we go.
Go to Joan Glover and tell her I love her, and at the middle of the moon I will come to her. Go to Joan Glover and tell her I love her, and tell her I love her, and I will come to her. Go to Joan Glover and tell her I love her, and tell her I love her, and I will come to her. Go to Joan Glover and tell her.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming. We have treats, we have snacks, and we have a really nice audience. I'm so pleased you could be here tonight. Thank you.